and I've got my 3 dates. If I wanted to schedule another pub, I would just go up here, re-enter the new pub. As long as it's the same size, you can go on the same ticket and schedule it for that day. I can go back up and...
Because you're not unscheduling it, it's saving that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it.
Go in schedule RO.
And just by hitting enter, okay, got it.
It's showing up as you're doing that over the all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's and the runs is increasing. Can you?
Okay, so then let us see that grid then, if you will, or whatever,
Yeah.
however many more you want to put on, that's fine.
And then if we go into dates, all your dates are going to show.
Got it. And it's rating the fact that it gets a discount is already built into the rates, so I don't need to apply a discount.
Right.
Got it.
I know we have pickup rates. I know there's some pickup rates for the upper shore, but I'm not sure however many there are. We also, at the midshore, and I don't know if if you want to see it, we have packages. Have you ever scheduled a package?
They're baffling. They are baffling.
All right, I'm going to unschedule. Let me just start over. I'm going to kill this ticket. You in the upper shore don't have packages. Well, you do have packages, but you don't sell them because I entered all those packages, but you don't usually sell them.
Yeah, we don't sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't sell anything up
All
there.
that work and you don't use them.
We just wanted to make sure you had good practice.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Job well done, Kim. Job well done.
And I'd give a bonus if any of you had the flyer that had the packages on it.
I do.
How much of a bonus?
All right, move it along.
Which package?
What do you want, supervise or?
Can we do an MSK?
Yeah.
MSK.
We're doing the big one that we spend so much time closing.
What does MSK stand for?
Midshore plus Kent.
Midshore plus Kent, yeah.
Right. Actually, I'll do it one by one so you can see the package breakdown. Okay, to schedule this package, you want to click on the first day the package is going to run. So I'll do Wednesday.
Okay.
It's going to throw you into the screen. Okay? You need to go up to BT and click beside it, and it'll put a 1 count in there. Do the same thing for all the pubs. Okay? So now you've got 6 run dates scheduled.
Okay.
This is the confusing part, too, because it doesn't make any sense one way or the other. But it's coming up 5/16, so that's the day that we want it to show up. So we're going to click on the arrow over there. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have all your dates. Now, basically, the weeklies are going to be fine because you have a choice of just the specific day. You can come over here and change the SD. If you want it to be Wednesday, you would click the right arrow,
Okay.
or Thursday, or Friday. Or you can click the left arrow and go back and schedule it for Monday or Sunday. Okay? So then you're gonna come down here and click on Save.
And according to the rate card, they have to run within 6 days of each other, so that's why that works.
Mm-hmm.
Why you can scroll really only a week.
Yeah, I think it's 6 days from possibly the latest date, like the weekly date.
Okay.
So once you click Save, it's going to throw you back into the calendar, and it's going to show you the 3 dates that you scheduled it for.
Okay.
If you go into dates, it's then going to show you the days that it's scheduled for, and then the breakdown for each one.
Okay. Huh. Okay. And then the thing is with this, if you're halfway through the week and somebody says, "Oh, I need to update my artwork," what do you do then?
You mean change the ad?
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem because packages are not supposed, it's supposed to be the same ad regardless.
Okay.
So that's where we run into problems. Really, once the package is saved, it's because it's such a specific rate, it's hard for us to go in and change the rate. It's hard for us to kill out a date because then you mess up the whole
Everything.
pricing.
Uh-huh.
So generally, packages are not meant to be changed.
Okay, I want to try to keep this to an hour because we are recording it and hoping that we'll be able to use this for new employees. Are there any other questions regarding just basic ad order entry for Kim before I hit the stop recording button?
Yeah, Dennis, is it possible to go through a real quick online?
Okay.
Because I know that there's been a lot of questions about the booking one of those.
I was getting ready to do that, Todd.
Okay.
All right, so we'll do Cecil Wig online because you're only scheduling online for Cecil Wig or Star Democrat.
Yeah, and just so people who are recording this, Cecil Wig for any Upper Shore website, Star Dem for any Mid-Shore website.
Okay. So just your regular ad, Todd, or you want me to do
Just a regular impression.
impressions?
Yeah. So let's say we're doing 50,000 impressions for the Cecil Wig site.
So you would put the 50,000 over in the insert. Again, I don't know why it does this. You want?
And
I don't.
You do have to put an N.
You're right.
yes.
Good job.
Score! I'm learning something. And it doesn't matter if it's lower or uppercase?
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay, for any online stuff, we're doing OS for the edition. So we want to schedule OS. And then, Todd, do you want me to put impressions here? Because we've got two different rates.
It only gives impressions if it's 2011 rate, so you don't need to put anything.
Okay. And then,
Is nothing in section?
no,
Don't need anything in section.
schedule your date, and it's $5 per 1,000.
Yep. Now listen. Here's where it changes. If Kim went up to change the inserts and lowered it to, let's say, 15,000, watch the rate. The CPM increased to $6.67 because she didn't hit the next platform. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Now there's a problem with this real quick before you go on, Kim.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and hit the cancel to go back to the insertion order. Of course it wants to solve. Look at the day that was booked for the calendar.
Oh, yeah.
May 31st?
Sure, bring that.
Okay. The only way that it's going to work is you have to apply it to a date that is a print product comes out, and because we don't have a print product out on a Thursday on the Cecil Wig, it'll book fine, but it won't post to revenue. So you've got to apply it to a day that the Cecil Wig or the Star Dem, depending upon which code you're using or pub code, is coming out. So in the Cecil Wig Upper Shore, you've got to apply it to either Monday, Wednesday, or Friday.
Now, Todd, what about, I mean, this is 15,000 impressions. Starting on the 30th, you're hitting the...
You're going to put it for whatever date you want it to begin on, correct?
Okay, got it.
And then what it'll do is it'll default, we'll assume that it's a 30-day window from that day. And you want to book it out at least a week in advance of entering this because you've got to give it time for us to create the ad and get it back for proofing and everything else. So Dennis brings up a good point. Let's assume that they want to start it on the 30th and they want to run 15,000 impressions every single month. Then what Kim can do is she goes to, or 23rd, that's fine. She'll go on May 23rd, she'll go over to June, and she'll hit June 20th because that coincides. She'll go ahead and then hit the 25th of July. And what it's doing is it's booking 15,000 impressions every single month all the way through. That way the rep does not have to go in there and make alterations for this ad campaign. It's booked for the entire 6-month period. No one's following up saying this is getting ready to expire. It makes their job a ton easier. The only other thing that we need to apply to this right now is up where it says note layout. what we want to do is assume that you want to put in here that the 15,000 are going to the Cecil WIG site, or let's say it's the Newark Post. You want to put in here Newark Post because, again, remember, if it's an Upper Shore publication or Upper Shore sale, we have to still put pub to CW, but it may not be going to the CW. It may be going to a Newark Post online. So you're just going to place that in there, and at that point, you're pretty much done. The only exceptions would be is if, let's say, Dennis brought up the point that I want these to run over a 2-week period, you're going to want to write in that area 15,000 NP, and then start date, end date for each one to notify that it's going to be a 2-week, and then you also add that information in your e-proof section for production.
Hey, Todd.
Yep.
Let's say I sell a bundle of 30,000, and so it's at a different rate threshold, but I want them to be divided evenly between the Cecil WIG and the Newark Post.
You're going to put in note layout 15,000 in Newark Post.
Yeah.
And then there wouldn't be a date because there is no finalization, and then you would put and 15,000 to Cecil WIG. Not only do you put it on here, but you're also going to want to put it in your e-proofs when you turn it into production, so it's in 2 places.
Okay.
Hey, Todd, we also have to note that you cannot use the ampersand sign on that note layout.
That's a great point. You got to put and, the word and.
It'll send an error. It'll error that ticket out right away if you use any of those symbols.
Just put the and, or you don't have to put anything. You say 15,000-MP, 15,000-W. And then Kim was getting ready to show you the other important part, which is the prod key here in a minute.
What if you want to do the date for 2 weeks with them?
You're going to want to put that in note layout, Dina, and you're also going to want to put in e-proofs and write that you want this to run from here to here, the start and end dates.
So, Todd, we're doing this as an in-house build, though, right?
Yes, we are. So if you're having production build, you can select in-house build. Then you go to source, and these are all the different size ads that we can do. We primarily use the big box, but you can use the big box, the leaderboard. You can use a rectangle and a skyscraper as different regular typical banner ads. And all the sizes are on the Chesapeake Google page. There's a size chart, so if you're not sure what they are, they're right there. So we would select big box, and literally that's it. You hit the OK. Not too difficult, right?
Nope.
And that's it. Now you see it. It's booked for 5 months at $100 each. Now you'll notice that it's $100.05. There's no way to get around that because the rate's $6.67. We couldn't make it 6.67532. You know, it just was too difficult. So when you let people know, we're just going to chuck it up for an extra 5 cents.
Well, we get 20 of those. That's $1.
That's right, Brian. That's the way to think, buddy.
That's an extra $1.
All right, Kim Myers has arrived to go over some brief UltiPro training, so let me stop recording, and I think that's all for